I have just spent a very productive hour or so making myself a whole new set of push sticks for the various woodworking machines that there are around my workshop. This is my original push stick that came with my bandsaw when I first bought it. And as you can see, despite the fact that it's several years old, it's still in pristine condition. And there is a very good reason for that. I never actually use it. I really don't like this style of push stick very much at all. It's a black, shiny, plasticky material. It's quite slippery, and I would prefer something that's got a bit of grip. It's also very long, and whilst of course that's great for keeping my hand away from the blade, I'm so far detached from what's happening that I feel as if I don't have any control over what's going on down at the business end. I want protection and control. So I make my own push sticks. They're all made to this boot style design, and I make them as if they were a proper tool. They're not just some tatty bit of scrap with a notch cut in that happens to be kicking around the workshop. So they've all got a nice handle with the edges rounded over so that it's comfortable to hold. I have to want to use these things. This one is for the bandsaw. The notch is very much at the front, and that keeps my hand well back from where the blade is. Sometimes, if the workpiece is small, there's not enough room to use this. So I've also got this little dinky one, which is very low profile and thin. So I don't need to lift the blade guard up very much in order to get this in there. On a bandsaw, all the forces of the blade are vertically downwards through the timber. But on a table saw, the action of the blade is different, and therefore the forces are different, and the consequent risks are different. When a table saw blade rotates, the teeth are constantly moving towards me. The ones at the front are moving downwards, but the ones at the back are moving upwards, and that's trying to lift the timber off the work table and throw it towards me. When that happens, it's called kickback. It's very dangerous, and you don't want it to happen. Anything that we can do to reduce the risk of kickback happening is something that we should be doing. So a riving knife helps to prevent the timber coming in contact with those back teeth. And the right kind of push stick can help here as well. A push stick like this allows me to exert downward pressure as well as forward pressure. And it keeps my hands well out of the way, above the workpiece and above the blade. And again, I have a similar thin one for narrow workpieces. A push block like this is also a very useful thing to have in our safety armoury. It allows me to get in right up to the blade, keeping my fingers away, and it doesn't matter if the blade cuts into it. Indeed, it's designed to be sacrificial like this. A push stick like this is particularly useful on the router table. With a V-shaped router cutter, I have routed a V-groove all the way down the length of the sole and glued in a block at the back to form a heel. And this allows me to exert forces in 3 directions at once. Particularly useful on narrow stock, I can push inwards, downwards and forwards all at the same time. This is my previous router table push stick, and as you can see, it sustained quite a bit of damage. But I keep it because it reminds me that if it wasn't this, it would be my fingers. So make yourself some new push sticks, and then you can carry on counting to 10 without taking your socks off.